Thank you so much for joining us today, wherever you are, whether you're at home or in the office. It is an absolute pleasure to be spending part of the morning with some incredible Great British entrepreneurs. My name's Francesca. I'm the founder of the Great British Entrepreneur Awards and Community, and welcome to our finalist workshops in partnership with our sponsors and partners, Funding Options. Now, everybody on this call who's waiting for the shortlist announcement, I want you to know that we have had the most phenomenal record-breaking year. It has really shown that entrepreneurial spirit is very much alive and well, particularly after the incredibly trying last sort of 15, 16 months we've had. We have had just over 4,800 applications, which is a huge leap from where we were even last year. And we've got some incredible entrepreneurs to celebrate throughout the rest of the year. We're very excited this morning to be announcing the 2021 finalists for the Family Business Entrepreneur of the Year. But before we do this, we're joined today by John Lashley, who was the founder of Brooklyn Brownie Company with his son. John was our Great British Entrepreneur of the Year for the Midlands last year, and also our Family Business Entrepreneur of the Year winner. And he's going to tell us a little bit about his entrepreneurial journey and how winning a Great British Entrepreneur Award has impacted him. If you have got any questions that you'd like to ask, the chat function is available. Please pop them in, and we're going to have a quick chat between Stuart and John, and then we will get on to the shortlist announcement. I'd also like to encourage anyone, if you are looking for a wonderful treat to celebrate your shortlisting, then I would thoroughly recommend checking out Brooklyn Brownie Company, and I would test yourself and see if you can not eat them all over the weekend, because it is a challenge. So without further ado, I'm going to pass over to Stuart Lawson of Funding Options and John Lashley.
Great, thanks Francesca. So hi everybody, I'm Stuart. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at Funding Options. At Funding Options, we connect business owners to the right funding for their business. So we cover all types of lending, from working capital, cash flow, asset finance, invoice finance, property, but effectively finding the right funding so that business owners can plan, trade and grow with confidence. To date, we've helped over 10,000 businesses access over £500 million of vital funding. Recently we launched Funding Cloud, which takes things to a new level. We use tech, data and all sort of whizzy connections to connect borrowers with lenders and provide them with those options literally in seconds. So helping them find firm offers with lenders in literally as low as 20 seconds. But anyway, enough about me and about Funding Options. So let's turn our attention to John. John, I promise this won't be too much of a grilling. So just a few questions to ask you. So let's just start off. So just tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, we're Brooklyn Brownie Company. I say we, my co-partner, Leo, my son, he was 12 when we started this journey. He's now 14. So we started back in 2019, and I had to pivot from corporate media creation and digital broadcast, and we pivoted into this small family business, which quickly grew over the pandemic because we realized that a lot of people wanted treats delivered directly to their door. We were able to scale quickly because we understood that we weren't going to be the standard tray bake type of situation where you need to be at a market stall. That wasn't going to work with the pandemic and how things were shut down. So we quickly understood within 3 weeks or so, we needed to get our logistics down and figure out how to post these things. So from almost inception, we were putting them in these really resilient cardboard boxes that were able to be shipped via Royal Mail or DPD. And that's what helped us jump, I guess, the queue and get ourselves really running very quickly. Also with a lot of content that we created online and via social media.
Great stuff. And what about your funding journey? How have you financed your business?
Oh, this is going to be a funny one, Stu. We are very unorthodox. I think everybody in the GBEA understand that one. Yeah, we started it with $50 and a plastic jug, and we have the plastic jug hung up in the kitchen, and a fork, and that's it. And we scaled from that. Everything that kind of came into the business funded the next thing. It funded the next KitchenAid mixer. It then funded our 30-liter mixer. Then it funded the second mixer, the industrial ovens, and so on and so forth. So we grew because I couldn't take out a huge loan. It wasn't in my cards. It wasn't my idea. Ideally, yes, I would have loved to do something like that and kind of go, let's go all in. But with why I had to pivot, I really wanted to shelter our family. My son's mother, she passed on, and that's why we had to change the family dynamic. And he came to live with me permanently, and I needed to make sure that he was secure, stable, and the family home was always secure, and so on and so forth. And we saw with our quick growth, within like a week, we realized this thing was going to move. This business, Brooklyn Brownie, was really going to move. I have to say, it's a very odd one. You know, it doesn't usually happen this way. We were very fortunate, especially in the competitive market that we're in, the independent home baker situation. There are many that go pop. Also in the treats market, we've realized that we've been very fortunate. But for whatever reason, we were able to really ride the wave of success and continue riding. And I think it's because we didn't scale too quickly. We scaled within reason, and we scaled within the budget constraints that we created for ourselves. And we were very, very stringent on everything. Even still baking at home, even though we can afford a dark kitchen. We made this decision back when we couldn't rent a dark kitchen because we were desperate to. During the first lockdown, we suddenly got an influx of orders, and we're like, we're not going to be able to do this in the home that we were in. So we had to quickly try to create a dark kitchen in our house, which is why it kind of looks like this now. This used to be my edit suite and an area where I used to deal with clients and so on and so forth, my office, and now we changed it into a packing room and decorating room. The kitchen is now more of a commercial kitchen where we do all our baking and mixing and so on and so forth. And it works for us. We could get 10,000 brownies out of this house per week, which is more than some bakeries, commercial bakeries. And it's just down to our production pipeline and our understanding of our limitations.
Wow. What about so being a family business, so working with your son, how do you balance that business and family and that sort of dynamic?
Yeah, with Leo, oh man, he's an amazing kid. I really did win the kid lottery with him. He's very hardworking, and I mean, during the first lockdown, I tried to shelter him slightly from the business side of things and the terribly long hours, but that was the start of our business. And I don't think if we put in those grueling hours in the first few months, we wouldn't be where we are today. So one evening, he came downstairs when he should have been in bed, and he saw me working. I was up at I think 2:30 or so, 2:30, 3 o'clock, and still decorating and putting things away. And he was like, "Dad, what are you doing up?" And I was like, "Well, I've been doing this for the past few weeks now." And he just kind of got his drink of water and came into the packing room and just started packing as well. I didn't say go to bed or whatever else. It's not like they had school at that time. Nobody was really doing anything. So he kind of went shoulder to shoulder and was packing as fast as I was. And before he went to bed, he was just like, "We're gonna do this every night, and so you can get a good night's sleep." Because I was waking up exhausted, man. I was terrible. And it wasn't productive for anything. We were just kind of like in this weird, oh yeah, we're doing great, but not being able to create as much social content, not be able to be engaging and do all the other things a 1.5 man band had to do. So it was so fortunate that I have a son that's willing to, I guess you could say in the UK, graft as hard as I was. And at times he's a heck of a lot more advanced at things than me, like using TikTok, utilizing other means of social media. He likes AI and AR. He wants to integrate that within our brand. And just seeing things from a younger perspective. Even though I was in marketing quite heavy, creating things for Coca-Cola, Jaguar Land Rover, and so on and so forth, that's not really our market. Our market is kind of like him, and we want to really create content for them. And it's so fortunate that I basically got version 2.0 of me without any allergies, hell of a lot better. I've got a ton of them. I'm allergic to half of our products. So he does most of the taste testing. That is able to help guide us for the next generation. And I'm very fortunate to have him in my life. I really did win the kid lotto with that one.
Brilliant, brilliant. And what has winning the Great British Entrepreneur Awards done for you and for your business?
Oh, goodness. Whew. Winning the Great British Entrepreneur Awards, it it came at the right time. Let's just say that. We were really, I don't have any hair anyway, but I was losing it, man. It was a grueling time. And to get that pat on the back, that industry pat on the back for the hard work that we were putting in, those weird late nights and everything else. When you work for yourself, you really don't get those. You don't have a boss that's like, hey man, awesome, great job, let me give you an incentive or something. So these awards help. And it also it really validated our business, our 1.5 man business, and our unorthodox ways of working. It kind of showed, yeah, dude, it can work, this way of working. It's not a traditional style, but it worked for us, worked very well for us. And winning it just felt good, and it helped unionize myself and Leo a heck of a lot more. He was just like, yeah, dude, we got to do this, we have to do that. And it put a heck of a lot of pep in his step, and it made me a very proud dad.
Excellent. So I guess just to sort of finish, what's next? What have you got planned?
Oh, geez. What's next? For ourselves, yeah, we want to help mentor other businesses, talk with other people. It's something we do online anyway. We've done kind of from the beginning, because it's not like we really knew what we were doing. we kind of just navigated our space as best as we could, and we were very fortunate to be able to utilize my production directing skills in the digital world and put them into this physical world, and be able to work out budgets and what will work for our limitations, our home limitations that we had. So we passed that on to other businesses, help to consult with them. And we have been approached by some TV companies who are interested in filming with us and seeing our journey. We just bought our Brownie ambulance. Everybody's like, what the heck are you guys doing? You're like the Ghostbusters. So that was Leo's idea. He said, let's get a food truck, because him being a little Brit boy, he loves everything American because his pops is American, and food trucks are huge in America. So he said, let's get a food truck. And we were fortunate enough to find an American one here in the UK. So we didn't have to pay import fees or anything. And we brought it back to life. This business in Surrey has done it. And on Monday, we get to go see it revealed to us. And we'll be filmed by Discovery, because they're interested in our journey and everything else, Discovery Channel. And yeah, we'll see where that goes. I am used to media, being the whole Mr. T thing as well. So that's my other part-time job that's taken us everywhere. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm just happy that Leo's really interested in something that will be his. This is his baby. I am making this for him because I have to make sure that he's covered. And whatever he wants to do, this he could utilize for a pot of money to help fund his lifestyle when he's older, or he could actually run this thing as the main dude, because right now I'm the main dude, he's the little dude. Whatever he sees fit, this is his future.
Thank you so much, both. What an inspiring conversation. John, we've not had the pleasure of meeting face to face with COVID getting in the way. It's all been virtual. But I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and Leo over the last year. He is an exceptional kid. He is really an asset and an incredible person to know. And I know that he's going to go really, really far. There's a lot of love for you in the chat. Geeta says Brooklyn Brownie's a great running mate. It's always there for a helping hand. And everybody is posting, literally it's going mad now. Such an inspiring story, and love the involvement of Leo. So without further ado, I am going to pass over hosting duty to my colleague John, who is going to announce the shortlist for this year's Family Business Entrepreneur of the Year. Good luck, everybody. congratulations to everybody on the shortlist. What an exceptional group of people. My team are going to be in touch within the next few hours, certainly today, with all the details you need for next steps, including some social media assets that you can share with your network about your shortlisting success. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, Stuart, and Funding Options. Really appreciate your support and love having you both in the community. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.